Today we're going to get into it. I'm going to break it down for the real. You want to make sure that we're honest together, where we think about every summer how I see the same concerns. You go into the summer feeling great, beautiful, glowy skin, small pores, having all of the confidence in the world for all the events that are coming up, your graduations, your weddings. And then somewhere along the lines, the kids come out of school, we get off track, we think we live in the East Coast, we're going to be in the sun, and we do not keep up with all of the investment that we did all winter long. Just because it's summer, things don't have to stop, but we do need strategy. We need certain treatments, certain processes to make sure that you can maintain your results all year long. We think about pausing everything in the summer because we live in the sun, we'll be outside more, but really what we need to understand is that this is when your skin is under the most stress. We're in the sun, which is going to increase inflammation in the skin. Inflammation causes more rapid aging. When we have heat, we have increased oils, and that's going to increase your pores. It's going to increase breakouts. We have the ability for our sunscreen to just get trapped and to settle in there. We're traveling, and so we may become inconsistent with our treatment plans, whether it's at-home regimens of our skincare or in-office treatments. And this inconsistency will lead to aging skin that looks tired. We have to think about this. When we're thinking about stopping in the summer, there are people who live in environments all year long, on boats, in deserts, and they have strategy around using their retinols all year long so they can maintain results, not feeling like season to season they're under construction. When we think about treating the skin, it's not randomly, it's seasonally. When we're in the winter, we're diving deep. We have correction with lasers. We're resurfacing to build collagen. We're decreasing our pigment and making sure that we're creating nice, strong skin. When we've had the opportunity to work so hard in the winter, spring becomes easier. We're thinking about optimization of mild resurfacing of the skin. We want ZO optimization. We're thinking about making sure that our barrier function stays the strongest possible before it comes into our high stress area of summer. The sun is so strong, and we're out there with all of these free radicals. Making sure that our barrier function stays strong will help us to impede those long lost terrible outcomes of pigment, of fine lines and wrinkles that are deeper, of enlarged pores, and of dull skin. Summer is all about maintaining and protecting. We don't want to disappear from our plan. We want to make sure that we're maintaining it. When I think about my summer plan, I have to be really careful about hyperpigmentation. And so I have something called melasma. I could be under a heat lamp and make sure that I have zinc sunscreen on. The reason for this is because you want to make sure that those heat rays are not penetrating the skin so deep that it's stimulating your pigment to come to the surface. Pigment is an iceberg, so it's going from deep to superficial instead of horizontally. We want to make sure that all of the pigment blends nice together, that you have even skin tone. The melasma is never going to go away. So it's really about managing it. Every summer, I need to think ahead. If I spend my whole summer out in the sun, not using a zinc sunscreen, I need to start over every fall with our bleaching and blending program, being strategic with lowering the inflammation in my skin, with controlling the oils that I have allowed to create throughout the summer as I fell off track. I was under the assumption that you had to stop in summer. No one told me for many, many years. Even after I owned this business, I have pictures, we'll include them, of what it looked like as I enjoyed summer, making sure that the kids had everything that they need while my skin did not. Allowing for treatments like microneedling or PRX, these things tighten, tone, shrink pores, keep it reminding that it needs to stay assertive, it needs to be healthy and strong, and that we're not giving up and allowing for some of our plans to take over and to weaken the skin. Now, fall, you have two options. Think about this. You are the patient who stayed on track. You came in for your treatments. You prioritize your self-care. You are continuing to build in the fall. Now we have our person who fell off track and did not prioritize thyself, who made excuses and who didn't use their treatments consistently throughout the summer, who did not maintain their products, and they are starting over. In the summer months, it's more about timing. It's more about product selection. We want to make sure that we are choosing the right treatments for you that are safe all season. And what we want to think about is our PRX, our microneedling, our tox, are certain lasers that don't matter whether or not you have increased pigment, but can help to maintain that tightening, that toning, that smoothing, that lightening, that brightening, that refreshed appearance. At Powell Studio, we're not just guessing anymore. We've created strategic bundles that make sure that the ability to maintain and not have to guess or be overwhelmed with how you incorporate it into the summer that has kids home from school, increased expenses of camps, organization, nightmares. We want to make sure that you know month to month what treatments can happen and how you can correlate them, along with timing, expense, budgeting, and maintaining results for the fall. Our skincare bundles are solution-based. We want to make sure that there's an option for everybody. If you are in a maintenance space that you are happy with, we just want to maintain and glow. If you are thinking about upping the ante and making sure that you want to refine to make sure you feel beautiful and elevated for those events, we have the maintain and refine. And if you are maintaining some of our bigger investments of Sculptra, Tox, filler, you want to make sure that we have the maintain and build. And these are different spaces that each person can go into the fall feeling confident, not like they're under construction, not rebuilding, not wasting on their investment, but realizing all of their treatments have been successful. The strategy that goes behind maintaining them is a dual effort of what you can do at home and what we can do in the office. If this sounds like something that you want to make sure that you take advantage of, I want you to call the office. I want you to either schedule your ZO consultation, to ask Allie for which tier would work best for you, to make sure that we're in this together, that you're scheduling out your appointments for the summer, and that you stay the priority. You stay on track, and you can feel confident this fall as we continue your plan together. Imagine these two options. You have stayed on track of the summer, and you are glowy, happy, confident this fall. Or you have let things go, just like I said, I see over and over and over again. You have dull, drab skin. You look tired. You need a refresh. You're scheduling appointments, investing in more intense lasering, downtime, commitment, peels, and having to start from scratch. This isn't a happy feeling for any of us. We want to make sure that we've guided you in this opportunity to make sure that your treatments are staying consistent, that you understand the value of what you're doing is definitely working. They just require that commitment through the busy times and through the season changes. Don't wait for that first day of school to start booking again. Get in here over the summer so we can enjoy your outcomes consistently throughout season to season.
Hey,